Hi, this is Steve and welcome to my blog. I just want to show, this is just for me really, I'm not trying to recruit anybody with this. It just interested me, I thought it might interest other people. Um, a lot of people you'll get will try and recruit by saying their program is the most popular and their program is the most highest paying sort of thing. And I thought, well, the first thing you think is, well, prove to me that that's right. The first thing they do is they say, well, we'll go on Facebook and we'll prove it to you because I've got a lot of clicks on Facebook. Well, that don't mean note. I know firms in the Philippines and India, you can pay them a couple of $100 and you can be the most popular site in the world. So that means nothing. The things that you really trust are the things that are difficult to cover up the lies. The main one is Alexa. I'm doubts about this because the same thing, you can pour money into it. You can blitz traffic. You can abuse the system. But unless you're multinational, it's difficult to you know you've got to the proving of the pudding. The evidence is there before you. Now these are various sites that I'm in, and I thought, well, if you just put the names in, the Alexa rankings are just they show up for themselves. So, cut a long story short, I've got a little chart here, and these are all the sites that I'm in that actually pay me money. Where is it? Where's my paying ads? My paying ads is the one that pays me the most money. Pays me $200 a day. Uh, but even saying that, the ranking's quite down. The one that everybody loves, of course, is Old Traffic Monsoon. And you look at this, they get more visitors in a month than some of these others get all year. Some of them get in a day more than some others get all month. So, which I thought was very interesting. But what I thought was really interesting, things like click ads page. I won't get the site, so it takes too long. But even though these poor bleeders are taking a dive, I've got the metrics. Even though these poor bleeders are taking a dive, they've gone right down here. But the fact of the matter is, they still get a hell of a lot of people. They still get an enormous amount of traffic, even though people. I mean, I've got money in this, and it doesn't even pay me $1 a day. So you're thinking, well, unless they change the rules somewhere, I'll certainly have a look into it. But I'm quite surprised at that, because most people I know, they've written off click ad pays, and yet the figures don't really lie. I mean, this one here, Ego Clicks. I've got the stats here, and Ego, I can't find it. Never do these things live. Ego Clicks, and this is one of the lowest ranking ones for me. But I've got about $20-30 in this, and I still make about $1 a day, and that's for a tiny investment. They're not investments, but for a tiny amount of money that's ploughed into it, I get quite a good pump off of this one, and yet the rankings are quite modest. The amount of people it gets is quite modest. But some of the others that have got their rankings are quite a lot bigger, and yet I don't make nothing really. I mean, lucky if you break even with them, really. So it's not all quite what it looks like. Everything's not quite what it seems. But at the end of the day, you can only really use these for advertising. Now, obviously, Traffic Monsoon is a good one because you put money in it. Buy a pack for $50, you get $1 a day on that, and that's quite good. I mean, that's twice what Maps will pay. Maps will only pay you 50 cents for every pack of $50. But so you make, so in other words, you make twice as much in Traffic Monsoon. Now, I've always said, this is not an investment. Don't put your savings in this. Don't put your pension money in this. Do not borrow money to put into any of these. Do not, it's a big mistake. But you know, when you're like me and you're on the bottom line, you got to put your money in something, you know, otherwise I'm going to be stuck in Morrison's forever. And my advice is to spread the money out, spread it, put the money on several horses in the same race. Traffic Monsoon, my paying ads and my advertising pays. Um, you know, they're the main ones I would put the money in. Some of these other ones, Golden Clicks, these are pay-to-click sites. They're not everyone's cup of tea. A lot of people hate them. They just laugh in your face. But Golden Clicks, Silver Clicks, Legacy Clicks, Eager Clicks, it's a tiny amount of money. But the interesting thing I find is the advertising. The amount of people it gets in a day, certainly in a month, is quite impressive. I mean, you know, for the only one really you can take any notice of is, and I haven't put it up here, have I? Is the Ujo. What is there's the Russian one, and I've forgotten to put it up here. Never do these things live. Um, where is it? Ujo, which is a Russian site, and quite good. I mean, out of these, it does better than most of the pay-to-clicks. The Russian site's been going for 2 or 3 years now, and that's usually a good site. They've been going for more than 2 years. So, in other words, that's over the 2 financial years. They do most of them go for 1 year, get the money for the tax, and go bust. And in England, they just go bust and get the money from the VAT. So, if they survive 2 years of that, then that is a kosher company. That is, you know, something that I certainly take seriously. I mean, that's just in England. So if in Russia has been going that long, you know, it's worth taking on. Don't put a lot of money in it because you just won't get your money back. But for Russians, that's quite good. And at the end of the day, the one that's the elephant in the room is this one, is the Neo books. You get every site you get, you'll see Neo books, and look at the stats. I mean, it's just put all the others together, they won't come anywhere near this. That is impressive, to say the least. So purely for advertising, Neo books is a really interesting site to get your site seen. I mean, obviously, if you were to advertise on that, the only ones worth advertising are things like Traffic Monsoon, Maps, and My Paying Ads. The others, you never see your money back. You never see it back because it's all right recruiting people for nothing. I've got 2 or 3 people that I've recruited, and you get paid pennies for them clicking ads a day. You know, I mean, in a year, I doubt if you make a tenner. You know, it's just ridiculous. But what you need them to do is open an account and actually put their own money into it, and then you will see quite a, you know, most of the others work on that principle. The big boys work on that principle, like Traffic Monsoon works to the fact that you recruit someone, and that recruited person puts their money in it, and that's how you make the money. The others, it's nearly impossible to get people to put any money into these. So you'll never make anything, no matter how many people you recruit. You can rent referrals and all this sort of thing, but like I say, the return on that is tiny. For all the money, all the hundreds of dollars you put into these other sites, you put it into Traffic Monsoon, Maps. You've made that money in a day. The best paying one is My Paying Ads, and you make more in a day than all these others put together, I must admit. But this is just for recruiting, just for this is just for advertising, for Alexa rankings and everything. And you see, like I put some in here that I know are definitely going down. There are some new ones that are quite impressive, I must admit. I mean, obviously you can put anybody into these things, and compare the stats. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word now. But the metrics. Compare them. And this is a wonderful site for snooping on to see exactly how many people you get in a day, and it's fairly accurate. I mean, sometimes it tells you things you don't want to see. I'll put some of my sites in which nobody ever visits, and they say we can't have a return on your site because it doesn't get any visitors. So I think, yeah, that's true. A new one, we won't go into that, it's too complicated. And this is an interesting one because Jamie put me onto this. Whatever you put into it, it'll say where what the stats are, like the Alexa ranking, but it'll give you the feeds of where they came from and where they're going to, where they've the traffic they've pushed it on to. And interesting enough, there's NeoBook, so that means, you know, it's kind of self-feeding. It's sort of a symbiotic system, and it proves to you that you haven't gone too far wrong if you stick to these sites. The only other thing, of course, is but it won't load up now. The social thing, and of course most of the social thing is going to come from Facebook. You know, you put all the others together, most of the leads are going to come from Facebook, so in other words they're spammed. But just a little thing for myself more than anything else. So there you are. I'll see you in the future.